What species of wood is used as a standard for strength properties of other species of wood used in aircraft structures? Spruce is the standard of all wood. Is northern white pine an acceptable substitute for spruce? Yes, only if the pine is a larger size. Are knots allowed in aircraft wood? Within limitations, type of knot, location, spacing, and number of knots. What type of wood quality must be used in the repair of aircraft structures? Equivalent to its original strength or greater. What is the difference between laminated wood and plywood? Grain of laminated wood layers are parallel. Grain of plywood layers runs 90° with the adjacent ply. What are two types of glue used for aircraft wood structure repairs? Casein and synthetic resin glue. What method is used to prepare plywood for bending? What is soaked in hot water and then placed in a form until completely dry? What are the results of using insufficient gluing pressure when making a wood joint? Thick glue lines which indicate a weak joint. What is the recommended clamping pressure for a glued joint? 125 to 150 psi. How long should a wood glue joint be kept under pressure before removing the clamps? Pressure time will vary depending on the temperature. It is recommended that it remain under pressure at about 85° Fahrenheit for a period of at least 7 hours. What are some of the various methods used to apply pressure to joints in aircraft gluing operations? Brads, nails, screws, clamps, or hydraulic and electric power presses? Why does the strength of a scarf joint depend upon the accuracy of the two beveled surfaces? Because an inaccurate bevel will reduce the amount of effective glue area. Why is sanding unacceptable when preparing a joint for splicing? Because the dust created from sanding will clog the pores of the wood, preventing proper penetration of glue. What type of patch is preferred for repair of stressed plywood skin and why? A properly prepared and inserted scarf patch is the best repair for plywood. It uses reinforcements under the patch where the glue joints occur. Are mineral streaks acceptable in aircraft wood? Yes, if there is no decay. How do you inspect for decay rot in wood? Visual, odor, tapping, probe, prying. How can the moisture content of wood be determined? Moisture meter, or you could take a sample, weigh it, put it in oven, weigh it again after baking, and do some crazy math formula. What area of the wood spar may not be spliced? Underwing attachments, landing gear fittings, engine mount fittings, lift and interplan strut fittings. What is compression wood and why is it not acceptable for aircraft structures? Compression wood is characterized by high specific gravity. This defect is difficult to recognize and is very detrimental to strength. What are three forms of wood? Solid, ply, and laminate. What are two forms of wood that are acceptable for the repair of a wooden aircraft? Skin, plywood, and laminated. What would be the greatest number of splices placed into one spar?
2,
What is the largest hole diameter that can be repaired in a plywood wing skin when using a fabric patch?
1 inch.